Hi, my name is Mackenzie, and I'm going to be going over some events that happened in December of 1998. I think this month in most recent years was really interesting, in particular, mostly to do with the election between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in 2016. To go into some minor details, in December of 1998, it was the start of Bill Clinton's impeachment and his controversy with Monica Lewinsky and him. I also believe that created a lot of controversy for his wife, Hillary Clinton, in 2016. But one of the first major events to happen during this month was the creation of ExxonMobil. They used to be two separate companies, and Exxon created a deal with Mobil to buy them out for nearly $74 billion. This deal made ExxonMobil the second largest company at the time by revenue on December 1st. Next was the launch of Unity Module at the International Space Station, which occurred on December 4th, 1998. That was the second of the two. Unfortunately, on December 8th of 1998, the Tajandar massacre occurred, killing 81 villagers and continuing onto the morning of December 9th. These people were killed by mountain villagers, who then were to be called terrorists. This event was one of many terrorist attacks at the time. Gertrude Elion won a Nobel Peace Prize on December 10th. She was a well-known biochemist, and she was mostly known for her work to do with leukemia and prescription drugs. I think her research with leukemia is really important today because between the time of 1937 and 1999, when she passed away, she had done a lot of research towards leukemia. She came up with a method called rational drug design that helped with several diseases such as leukemia, gout, and herpes. In 1937, her grandfather passed away from cancer, and that's when she started to dedicate her life to medicine until the year 1999. Also on December 10th, Amartya Sen also won a Nobel Peace Prize for economics. His contributions and research to welfare and economics is what made him receive the award. He was a professor at Harvard till 2004. He was also focused on people in society and people who are below the poverty line and how they got there and how they get out of welfare. Airways Airbus crashed in Asia on December 11th, killing 100 people. On December 16th, the Iraq disarmament crisis occurred. Iraq vowed that they would shoot down any U.S. and U.K. warplanes that were flying in no-fly zones. On December 31st, the U.S. box office had its largest grossing year yet, making over $6 billion. On average, in December of 1998, gas was $1.03, and the most popular song was I'm Your Angel by Celine Dion and R. Kelly. The most talked about event that happened this month, and even to the recent years, was the start of Bill Clinton's impeachment starting on December 19th. To go in depth about this event, after nearly 14 hours of debate, the outgoing 105th Congress approved 2 articles of impeachment against President Bill Clinton. On February 12th, the 5-week impeachment trial of Bill Clinton comes to an end, with the Senate voting to accuse the president on both articles of impeachment, perjury, and obstruction of justice. And to recap a little bit, in November of 1995, Clinton began an affair with Monica Lewinsky, who at the time was a 21-year-old intern at the White House. Over the course of a year and a half, Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky had nearly a dozen sexual encounters in the White House, and in April of 1996, they had moved her to the Pentagon. That summer, she became friends with Linda Tripp and talked about her sexual relationship with Bill Clinton. And in 1997, Linda Tripp started recording conversations with Monica Lewinsky about the affair with President Bill Clinton. Linda Tripp was wired by FBI agents and met with Monica Lewinsky multiple times. And on January 16th, Lewinsky was taken by FBI agents and U.S. attorneys to a hotel room where she was questioned and offered immunity if she cooperated with the prosecution. A few days later, the story broke and Clinton publicly denied allegations, saying, "I did not have sexual relations with this woman, Miss Lewinsky." Bill Clinton was the first sitting president ever to testify before a grand jury investigating his conduct. That evening, President Clinton also gave a 4-minute televised address to the nation in which he admitted that he had engaged in inappropriate relationships with Monica Lewinsky. On October 8th, the House authorized a wide-ranging impeachment inquiry, and on December 11th of 1998, the House Judiciary Committee approved 3 articles of impeachment. On December 19th, after nearly 14 hours of debate, the House approved 2 articles of impeachment charging President Bill Clinton with lying under oath to a federal grand jury and obstructing justice. Clinton, the second president in American history to be impeached, vowed to finish his term. On January 7, 1999, in a congressional procedure not seen until 1868 impeachment trial of President Andrew Johnson, the trial of President Bill Clinton got underway in the Senate. As instructed in Article 1 of the U.S. Constitution, the Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court was sworn in to preside, and the senators were sworn in as jurors. 5 weeks later, on February 12th, the Senate voted on whether to remove Clinton from office. The president was acquitted on both articles of impeachment. The prosecution needed a 2/3 majority to convict, but failed to achieve even the bare majority. Rejecting the first charge of perjury, 45 Democrats and 10 Republicans voted not guilty. And on the charge of obstruction, justice of the Senate was split 50-50. After the trial concluded, President Bill Clinton was profoundly sorry for the burden of his behavior imposed on Congress and the American people. Overall, in December of 1998, it was a historical month for many very notable events. Clearly, the most notable was the events dealing with Bill Clinton. But with that coming to light, I think it's still pretty interesting that we're still talking about it even today, especially with the presidential election and now even coming forward to the 2020 election.